does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, an official adults-only party game review. And today I'm very excited to check out Dirty Words, the Party Edition from University Games. This is for 2 or more players, ages 18 plus, and it's going to take you, I don't know, about 10 to 30 minutes to play, as long as you can keep your dirty hands off each other as you're playing it. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. But in Dirty Words, the Party Edition, this is a game where you're going to be rolling dice and then trying to make sentences somewhat Scrabble style, where they'll be going up, or they'll be going to the side, and you can use a die in more than one sentence, and it's going to score you points for all the dice you use, and you'll lose points for all the dice you don't use. But since this is a party edition, it's going to have all these double entendres and dirty words like moist, salami, slip, lick, all that sort of things right there. It's an adult party game mixed with a sentence-making game. Kind of an odd combination. Doesn't work. Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Also, ages 18 plus. Don't feel like I need to warn you, but here's your warning. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Dirty Words Party Edition. So first and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule sheet. It is 2 pages, double-sided, nice little scoring example back here, which is actually really helpful for figuring out how the scoring works. And it's well done. It should have you up and running in no time at all. And in Dirty Words, you're going to be making strings of sentences that will kind of look like a Scrabble board almost, but you're not actually going to have a board. You're going to do this over the course of 3 rounds, unless you can't contain yourself and you start just having sex with everybody. And whoever has the most points at the end of the game will be the winner, obviously. And no, I'm not joking about the sex thing. They even say in the rules, the suggested game length is 3 rounds, ... if you can last that long. It's just such an oddly marketed game. But anywho, what you're going to get is dice, dice, and more dice. This is what they call the dice cup. It's actually just the top of the box, but hey, it works. You roll up the dice, you put them out here, and then you immediately are going to flip the sand timer. And how the game works is you're going to break up into 2 teams. So the other team, who's not looking at the dice, are just kind of doing nothing right now while they wait. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to make as many sentences as you can. So let's see. I take my meat. I take his huge meat. I take his huge meat. So yeah, I take his huge meat. So that's a sentence. Yeah, so there you go. And how you're going to do is you're going to get 5 points for each one of the dice that you have out here. So this is a great start. But you're also going to lose 3 points for each one you don't use. So now let's see. I take his huge meat. So we got man meat, slap. Oh, is there a my here? Slap a man meat. Slap a man meat. That's a sentence. Yeah, slap a man meat. You got a noun, you got a verb. Boom, slap a man meat. So let's see. The desire to slap them starts, and there's another interesting take. You can add s or ed. You can pretty much add any prefix you want to the end of the word. So the starts could be started or starts. Likewise, man could be men, and woman could be women. They're pretty loose with the rules in that aspect of the game. So slap them balls. Slap them balls. That is, in fact, a sentence. Slap them balls. Or slap them steamy balls. Yeah, there we go. Like that one better. Slap them steamy balls. Let's see. Thrust organ balls. They may tickle the balls. They may tickle the balls. Boom. They may tickle the balls. Perfect. That is, in fact, a sentence. True story. Now, you'll also notice that some of the words are being used in 2 sentences. Boom, boom, boom. Those actually are going to get you bonus points. That's going to get you 10 points for that word as opposed to just 5 points. So let's see. Suck. Suck, start sucking my, there we go, start sucking my, do we have room here on the camera? We might have to scoot it back just a bit. Start sucking my moist salami. Start sucking my moist salami. All right, let's see. Oh, again, we're running out of time. He and I, that is proper, I think. He and I desire to slip into, nope, that's not going to work. He and I may slip. He and I may slip. There we go. Not even a dirty sentence. He and I may slip. Where'd the may go? There was a may. Oh, it's right there. He and I. No, I had an I. Where the hell did my I go? Oh, the I was there. Oh, time's up. So, now let's tally up my points. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's worth 10 because it's a double. 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 70, 75, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110, 115, 120, minus 120 minus 9, so you got 111, minus 9, you got 103, and then so I'd have 97 points this round. So that would be our round. We write down 97, and then the next team would do the exact same thing. You're going to do that over the course of 3 rounds. Whoever has the most points at the end will be the winner of the game. You also notice there are some blanks. You can use those as any words you want, but they don't count as any points. But that is what you're going to do over the course of 3 rounds if you can contain yourself from just ripping off all your clothes and having sex with each other. And there, in a nutshell, is how you're going to play Dirty Words Party Edition. Alrighty then, Dirty Words, the Party Edition from University Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's cover the pros, let's cover the cons. First, on the con side, the game's not going to be for everybody for a variety of different reasons. If you're hoping to use this game as an aphrodisiac, so you and your lovely wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever can get it on while still playing games, probably not going to happen. Despite the fact they do mention that in the rules, this really, I don't think this is going to lead to many people having sex, but hey, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a prude. I don't know. But for some reason, word games just don't get me going. Also, on the con side, age is 18 plus. And this is the kind of game where, while not a hard 18 plus, you know, not like a Cards Against Humanity or something like that, where it's going to be just wildly offensive, it is definitely dealing with sex, and there's tons and tons of double entendres here, which you're probably not going to want to play with anyone ages 18 under, which is going to shrink the market a little bit. Some people are not going to want to play a sentence-making game at a party, and some people are not going to want to play a dirty game at a party, so it is going to have somewhat of a niche group of people who are going to be interested in the game. Also, when it's not your turn, there's not really anything you can do except just kind of sit there and enjoy the other people making these funny sentences, which is somewhat enjoyable. I don't want to say that that's just like a complete 3 minutes of you doing absolutely nothing sitting on your phone, because you will. You will laugh a lot at this game, and you'll be laughing when you make sentences. You'll be laughing when other people make sentences, and so I did enjoy that aspect, but we're talking about the cons here. Also on the cons, there's nothing to help you keep track of your score. It would have been nice if it came with a score pad. Completely unnecessary, and I know that this is supposed to be like a really cheap game. I think it's MSRP is $10, which is a nice little sweet spot. But yeah, would have been nice to have something to keep track of the score. Any other cons that I have with the game? No, not really. I mean, you have to go into it knowing it's a game about rolling dice and then building sentences, and those sentences are going to be sexy sentences. And if that sounds like it might be funny to you, then yes, I can recommend Dirty Words Party Edition. It is a funny game. That's what you really want to know here. Did you have fun with the game? Did we laugh at the game? And the answer is yes and yes. We laughed a good deal at this game. If you watched me in the middle part, I was laughing just making these sentences to myself. And as you know, things are generally funnier in groups. So I'm sitting here chuckling it up, just doing the example on the table. If there was 5 or 6 people sitting around the table, the laughs would be going, the drinks would be flowing, and we'd be having a good old time. Would clothes be ripped off? Probably not. And that's another thing. This is a weirdly marketed game. Like, who was the one that was like, we should make this into a sexy game? We want to make this so, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get it into like, you know, like adult shops or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But as a party game, it is. It's a very funny party game. We had a good deal of fun with it. Is it one I would grab over a lot of the other party games I have? No, just because the concept of building sentences is not normally something you associate with party games, but it does work. And if you have the crowd who you think might enjoy this game, I think it's going to go over pretty well. We had a lot of fun with it. We laughed a lot at it. And in the end, Dirty Words Party Edition is a funny party game that I can recommend. I will not be keeping it because, as you know, if you watch my channel, I don't normally keep a lot of party games. I give them to my buddy, which is typically where I go and play these sort of games because he brews his own beer and he drinks a lot. So I'll probably be giving it to him. But still, in the end, Dirty Words Party Edition, one I can recommend if it looks like it might be for you. Just don't expect to be ripping off your significant other's clothes as you're making these sentences because it really doesn't turn you on. It just makes you laugh a lot. But hey, is that what you want? There you go. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. What is something that you've had a really bad track record with, except for one exception, or two exceptions? So what's something that's just been absolutely god-awful, but every once in a while it's like, oh yeah, that's actually pretty damn good. I mean, personally, that's university games. Man, most of their games are really bad that I've played. And I've reviewed a lot of their games. They just did not like them. Now, granted, these were a lot of their, like, 90s games, which were, you know, a lot of the games in the 90s sucked. But yeah, this one, very pleasant surprise. Really enjoyed this game. But let me know in the comments below. What is something that's had a bad track record with you, but hey, something they did surprised you? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.